TAQ Capital. Technical analysis quickly.
This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Before taking any action based on the information provided on this channel, it is recommended that you seek the advice of a professional licensed financial advisor.
Let's do this.
Alright, I've got a quick Atom video for you today. We've been in this green wedge since June 18th, so since Bitcoin bottomed in the $17,000 range. And then we started to split off into a more finely tuned pink wedge back here on July 20th. And we've already got our 1, 2, 3, 4 in. So this theoretically should be a bounce down and breakout, but that is a huge bounce. So if this continues to go up and pushes to say up here above the pink line, then we're actually looking at something more like this, where we have our 1 over here, 2 down here, 3 at the new spot, 4 down here bouncing out. So the question is, are we going to break up here or down? Now I know it's a blue wedge that's pointing vertically, so we are breaking down, but the question is, are we going to redraw this up for a second? So if, for instance, it goes up and hits that point, then we're still at the 1, 2, 3, 4 break out in the blue. So what else do we have talking to us? So zoomed in, this is still the 8-hour chart, but if we go in even further and look at the 1-hour chart, we can see that we took off on the 6th, so 2 days ago at 11 p.m. This is when we started this ascent, and we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on this down and out. So I want to zoom in on this area right here. This is the last hit off of the blue line. So we're going to zoom in on this even further here in just 1 second, but you can see that we've got the Tenkin and the Kijin building some decent space. But back here, when that decent space existed, the candles barely broke the Tenkin. I mean, they did here, but not so much at this point. They just came down, met the Tenkin, then went right back up, and they shot up. So where did this come from? Well, the answer is Bitcoin. So specific timing right here, this is 9 a.m. This is 10 a.m. So in these 2 hours, 9 to 10 a.m., what was going on Bitcoin? Okay, right here, Bitcoin was making its descent down to break out of the white wedge, which was yesterday's run, and it retracted at 9, went up more at 9:30, and up more at 10, and so it basically had this run right here, and this run was Bitcoin's bounce. So out of nowhere, you see Atom take off. All it means is that Bitcoin's taking off, and that's the problem with being in altcoins if you want to talk about problems, because you're not just watching your coin, you also have to watch Bitcoin. So now I'm going to zoom back in here on Atom. If I drop down to the 5-minute, this is what we've got going on. We have our hit off the blue line, 2, 3, 4, and now we're working our way on breaking up and out. Now this up and out might be just to there, and then we will take this pink line and drag it up to that spot, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just be working on our breakout at that point. So we need something to change on this bottom line, otherwise we're going to keep going up until we hit a spot like this. Once we transition from pointing down to pointing up, and we redraw the blue line to go up there, then we've got this scenario, 1, 2, 3, because it would now pull off of here, and then 4, and then it could break in either direction. So from there it can go up and out, or it can go down out this way. So this is going to be a long limbo from what I can tell. Bitcoin is really dragging it out, causing the other coins to really drag it out. Once Bitcoin makes a decision, then we're going to know where the rest of the market goes. And for all intents and purposes here on Bitcoin, we've got our 1, 2, 3. We just don't have the 4 on the pink yet. So we can't theoretically take off up. The only other, if this is how it continues, because we have 1, 2, 3, and then our 4 would be down here. But if we just pivot the pink line like this to where these two hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we're breaking up. So you see how we're stuck. We don't know. If you want to talk about logical repeated patterns and so on, you would be doing this was the hit off the white line, bounce, and out. But we don't really have anything telling us that anymore, including the Ichimoku cloud. If I jump to the 2 hour, we've got the Tenkin that just passed the Kijin there. So, I mean, that's a little bit more bullish. If we jump to the 3 hour, we've got the candle held up on the Tenkin. That's more bullish. If we jump to the 4 hour, the Tenkin just kicked over, and this just means consolidation. It's just going to chill here until it picks a direction to go. But we know that we have to break down out of this white wedge. So we're going to want to zoom in on this spot, and this spot, and this spot to see if we might be redrawing this white wedge. Okay, so we have our hit here, came up, hit here, and came down. This is now a miss because that hit. So we are actually not dealing with what we thought, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. We potentially, I should say potentially, we potentially are dealing with 1, 2, 3, and this is not a hit. So we're going to take off here and go straight up to our next stop. And that next stop might actually mean that, oh wait, I drew that wrong. It would be 1, 2, as in this is 3. So then we'd be going up to the 4, so this isn't even a hit. So what that means is we would actually move this up to here and have it more like this. So then we've got our first hit, our second hit, our third hit, and then we'll get a fourth hit off of here as we break through the blue channel that we've been in for quite some time now. That blue channel started back here on August 19th with a hit, 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 and now we're doing this bounce up to break up out of here. And then we're going up to the 21.2 area, which if you want to see how we're getting up here, you can go check out my Bitcoin videos on the channel. The one I posted today covers it quite well. So back to Atom. I think it's going to do what Bitcoin does. And right now, this should be pulling down to here, breaking out of the pink wedge. But it doesn't matter what it should be doing if Bitcoin decides to do something else. So be careful, because right now, if Bitcoin wasn't king, I wouldn't hesitate to short this coin and take this little scalp trade down here and get out. Or even monitor it past here until it comes down to here maybe and get out. But I mean, you've even got the 1, 2, 3, 4 factor, so this could be coming down way out of here. So this is an excellent short opportunity. The problem with it is Bitcoin. So is it? At some point, it will be an excellent short opportunity. It's just when. I mean, and you can even see here, this is just chilling up here. It's in total limbo. It's barely doing anything. And what else is doing nothing? Bitcoin. So you don't even really need to go to the 9:30 and 10 o'clock breakdown to see where this came from. This run came from. It's all coming down to Bitcoin's movements, and the altcoins just go 10 times as far. So if Bitcoin's crashing, the altcoins are crashing harder. If Bitcoin's taking off, the altcoins are taking off harder. So the percentages and the volatility are much better in the altcoins. So the reward is there if you jump into an altcoin. But you got to remember the risk is there if you're not paying attention to Bitcoin. So you want to be in an altcoin when Bitcoin is doing the same thing you want the altcoin to do. That would be my advice. But that's it for me today on Atom. If you have any questions on that, feel free to leave comments. I'll try to get back to you. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe. And you can follow my other socials for faster updates that I post throughout the day. I just put up a Bitcoin and Ethereum one because of what Bitcoin is doing right now. So you can go watch that on my Instagram too. But thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day out there, and I'll catch you in the next video.